think it's wise. I think it's one of the wisest things Deebo Samuel could do. Here is what Niners fans have to understand. Deebo had a career year for a couple of reasons, but the primary reason he had a career year, his offensive coordinator, Mike McDaniel, is no longer present.
Oh, there you go.
So if Deebo is looking and saying, man, I had a career year when Mike McDaniel moved from my run game coordinator to becoming my offensive coordinator, and Mike McDaniel has moved on from the Bay to Miami, all of a sudden I got a decision to make. Okay. I either need to get paid or I need to get gone. Those are the only two decisions that Deebo Samuel can make at this point in time. Deebo Samuel can make. Either get paid or get ghost. I got to get paid because I don't love who I have at quarterback. Trey Lance, he ain't it, and Jimmy G might be gone. I got to get ghost because my offensive coordinator, Mike McDaniel, who was the guy that allowed me to flourish, is no longer present. So Deebo doesn't really have very many options. Get paid or get ghost. If the 49ers do not want to pay him, then they are leaving him with the other option of getting ghost or getting gone. I respect it. I feel Deebo because I'm looking at the totality of the Niners roster if I'm Deebo Samuel, and I'm like, wait a second. I'm the 15th highest paid player on the squad.
Damn.
Meanwhile, I am either the first or second most talented, depending on how you feel about Trent Williams, how you feel about Bosa. So if I'm the 15th highest paid player on the squad, yet I am the most talented player on the squad, then I got to get ghost or I got to get paid. Pick one. Y'all either pay me and up me to becoming one of the highest paid players on the squad, or I can just leave and get on out of here. So I like Deebo's stance here. So for those that want to say, well, Deebo needs to honor his contract, we have to remember, NFL teams don't honor contracts. They sign you to a 7-year deal. After 3 years, when that guaranteed money is gone, all of a sudden you are getting cut. So NFL franchises don't honor a contract. So Deebo Samuel is simply saying, hey, big dog, y'all go ahead and let me keep it pushing or pay me. Either one. I'm giving y'all an option here. I get it because Deebo's money does not match his production. And in the NFL, as Marcellus will tell you and I will co-sign, it stands for not for long. Your money needs to match your production as long as you are producing at a high level. Deebo Samuel producing at the highest level, he need to get paid.
Yeah, I think this was a smart, muscular move. I agree with you. This is the time to do it right now. Now, I'm the guy. Look, I'm the company man. Hey, honor that contract because I want y'all to honor yours as well. I don't want two wrongs to make it right. You do wrong to me, so then let me do wrong. However, in this situation, a lot has changed. If you look at it, the wide receiver market, let's start there. It's so robust right now that you just got to strike while it's hot. And Deebo Samuel knows that his value as a commodity, as a wide receiver, will never be higher than it is right now based on a second contract. Let's just be real. I don't care what he does next year. He may be thought of as the same, but higher, it doesn't get any higher than this right now for Deebo Samuel. Now, why is this a muscular move? Because this move is attached to something different than what you think. You say it's Mike McDaniel. Remember Beastie Boys? It's McDaniel, not McDonald's. Oh, sorry. All right. It's not about Mike McDaniel to me. It's about one-play Trey. This is an indictment on one-play Trey and the quarterback carousel potentially that's going to happen with the 49ers. Think about it. Your trade value right now is sky high. Your value on the open market, sky high if you can get there. And you know how great you are. But will I really want to attach my career to Trey Lance, who's going to be forced into action, or Jimmy G coming back off of shoulder surgery when Jimmy G stays hurt? Or more importantly, how will he respond after shoulder surgery? So if I'm Deebo Samuel, I'm thinking like, I can't put my fortunes in the hands of Trey Lance, who's inexperienced, and I don't know how he's going to turn out, or in Jimmy G, because even if Jimmy G comes back, chances are he's going to leave again, and here we go again with Trey Lance. Now, you made a mistake, I think, when you said he's the most talented player on their team.
One of the two.
Oh, well,
Trent Williams,
Fred Warner, Nick Bosa. Let's stop playing. He 4, he 5.
Deebo?
I want that argument later, but I just want to get that into your head so you can start doing those numbers. He ain't top dog on that 49ers roster. I'm not trying to have that argument right now. All I'm saying is he needs top dollar. He needs to go get his money, and I respect it. But remember why he's not top dog. Let's be real. Deebo Samuel's running this calculation. I'm a hybrid type of receiver. I'm a very physical receiver, or I'm a very finesse running back. Whatever you want to call him, he's a hybrid. And in that respect, he knows the last thing I need to do is be aging out here like a running back. Because you know how those running backs age. They don't get their contracts. They don't get their money. They don't live up to it. Or I'm going to miss this wide receiver market while it's this hot. Look what they're doing with Tyreek Hill. Look what they're doing with Devontae Adams. And the reports are he may go to Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes. He may go to Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers. Trey Lance and Jimmy G, who I love, add them up, +2. Is not even half of either one of those guys. So it's just a smart, muscular move right now. Okay, Acho, let's have the argument. Deebo's the best on the team, which he's not.
One of the two. I was kind when I said one of the two and not blatantly said one. Fred Warner, a beast. I'm a linebacker. I love Fred Warner. Last year was not nearly one of his greatest years. 2 years ago, you could have argued Fred Warner, but last year we can't argue Fred Warner. Remember, he was hurt. Fred Warner didn't have his greatest year. He didn't have his all-pro season last year that he had 2 years ago. Trent Williams, I give you that. I can't talk about Trent Williams.
What was Deebo 2 years ago?
Not, but we're talking about right now.
I'm telling you.
We're talking about right here, right now.
I'm sorry. Nick Bosa last year.
Right, yeah. Nick Bosa in the
So Trent,
conversation.
Nick.
I wouldn't go
One or two? You said one or two?
One or two. I put Trent ahead of him, or I put Nick ahead of him. I'm not going to sit here and act like a second-team All-Pro beast is the third best player on the team, but that's a different conversation. I just know we can't put Fred ahead of him, and I love Fred Warner, first-team All-Pro.
Linebacker hate.
Ain't no self-hate.
Self-hate.
This is the devil that is in the details of the Deebo deal.
Ooh.
Deebo Samuel increased his yards per catch last year by 54% when Mike McDaniel was the OC. Deebo Samuel increased his yards per rush by 80% last year when Mike McDaniel was the OC. I talked to players within that 49ers organization, offensive players, leaders on that squad, and they told me that Mike McDaniel was truly the brains behind the operation as it pertained to Deebo getting his numbers so extensively and excessively last year. So if Deebo is assessing the situation and he realizes, under Mike McDaniel, I had an 80% increase in yards per rush. Under Mike McDaniel, I had a 54% increase in yards per reception. Under Mike McDaniel, I was a first-team All-Pro. If Mike McDaniel gone, I got to be gone. Or if Mike McDaniel gone, I got to get paid because I know I will not see those numbers again without Mike McDaniel. Here is what is so glaring as to why Deebo needs to be paid. Who got paid this offseason? Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs. Look at their numbers, and then look at Deebo's numbers at the bottom. Deebo beats all of them significantly. Meanwhile, this upcoming season, Tyreek Hill going to make $30 million, Devontae Adams will make $28 million, and Stephon Diggs will make $24 million, but Deebo's only set to make under $4 million. Make it make sense. You can't because the math ain't mathing. So if I'm Deebo, I realize I outballed all of these dudes, and I'm making significantly less than all of these dudes, and my OC is now gone. Something got to give. I got to get paid or I got to get ghost. There is no in between.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I don't like how you're giving this a different complexion than it is. He deserves to get paid. He does not deserve to go out there and play for, what is it, $4 million?
A little under $4 big. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
There.
we don't want that. You deserve way more than that. But don't make it because he's scared that he ain't going to get his numbers because Mike McDaniel gone, because that's almost like me. I would take it as, you think Mike McDaniel made me? No.
Yeah.
No.
I think, but Deebo would admit that.
No, I don't.
I think, remember, he came on our show and kind of alluded to it. I think Deebo would admit this.
Kind of alluded to it is a lot of us assuming that he was going to go there. He didn't go there, and Deebo didn't pull any punches, right? He said exactly what he felt.
I will say I know that Deebo knows McDaniel is the key to his numbers. That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to say it like this. Is Deebo a beast?
Yeah.
Is he a beast?
Within context.
Okay. Oh, well, now we're starting to talk.
Within
the
context.
hybrid word, because I haven't met a beast yet that thought somebody else made him. I don't know any scared beast. A scared beast? Like, I'm going to go get mine. Now, your ego may be in a way leading you to some disaster. It may be out of control. But to think that an offensive coordinator made you?
You on to something. You on to something. Okay, we're in a better conversation.
I have never.
We're in a better conversation. I think a scared beast, I won't say that they're a scared beast. I think they're wise. For example, I think Jordan understood that with Phil Jackson, he was getting chips. You feel me? I don't think Jordan would say that, man, without Phil Jackson, I ain't nothing. But I do think he would stay tethered to Phil Jackson because he understands that Phil Jackson is helping his success.
But that's not this conversation, because then basically you're talking about team result. So then Deebo, stay in the 49ers organization because you're going to have team results and team success. I'm talking about you. Somebody making you. Michael Jordan never thought Phil Jackson made him great.
But by the time 98 came around, they was like, oh, you ain't here no more? Okay, ain't nobody going to be here no more. No. Jordan ain't hanging around. Pip ain't hanging around. Phil ain't hanging around. I think you understand. A beast isn't going to acknowledge I ain't nothing without him, but their actions will tell you. And I think Deebo's actions are trying to tell you, Sal, like, wait, McDaniel gone? Woo, y'all either give me my bread right now or I'm gone.
Nah. I mean, look, I'm not going to say definitively you're wrong. I'm just going to say it like this. Deebo knows what the quarterback position is going to look like next year in San Francisco.
Yes, sir.
Mike McDaniel gone, and it's like he knew this a month, 2 months ago. And he's sitting there calculating. And I don't know what he's been doing this offseason. Did he go get some workouts in with Trey Lance? Does he know how Jimmy G is really feeling at this stage? And Jimmy G's like, I can't even throw to July. And he's like, I'm making $4 million. I'm at the peak in terms of my numbers. I'm outpacing everybody who just got paid. I can't stay here because of these quarterbacks. Not because Mike McDaniel left, it's because I'm stuck here going down with the ship of Jimmy G part-time and Trey Lance being forced into full-time. And I don't like that. Now, we may be saying the same exact thing, but we getting there a different way.
Yeah, you getting there with the quarterback, I'm getting there with the coach, right? Yeah. You saying that Deebo is looking at Jimmy G and Trey Lance like, hey, big dog, I can't really succeed with y'all. I'm saying Deebo's looking at the absence of McDaniel, his former offensive coordinator, and saying, hey, big dog, I can't really succeed without you. I think we're kind of getting to the same place of the crux of the issue is this. Deebo ain't having this season again, period. You know how hard it is to replicate a 1,800-yard season? Cooper Kupp just set the didn't even break it. He didn't break Calvin Johnson's receiving yard record. He got close, but he didn't even break it. Now, we're talking about scrimmage yards here, but Cooper Kupp was also playing with a quarterback in Matthew Stafford, who was at one point in time thrown for 5,000 yards in a season, and one of the most brilliant offensive minds in football, Sean McVay, who now has a Super Bowl as a head coach to his name. Deebo Samuel ain't playing with that. So to replicate this 1,800-yard season, Deebo's like, shoot, I mean, I believe in me, but it's a lot to believe in. Deebo also understands, to Marcellus's point, 2 years ago, Deebo was hurt.
Yes.
I believe he started 5 games and only played in 7. Last season, Deebo was healthy. In the NFL, it's 100% chance of injury. If you can go through an entire season as a running back / wide receiver / running back healthy, you gotta strike while it's hot because you don't know if you can strike again. And if he tries to strike next year, Sal, after a 800-yard season, that money ain't gonna be the same, man.
It won't be the same. It'll be more. These numbers are climbing, ascending, not descending, not declining. That said, your point of him maybe being scared may be real, because maybe he's scared Mike McDaniel's gone. Maybe he's scared he won't get these numbers. Maybe he's scared he won't get his money. So he can't even wait the one more year he has on his deal, which to you and to me is a wise decision. But I swear what's leading this charge, if he were in Green Bay, think about it. If you were in Green Bay and you lose your offensive coordinator, but you still got Aaron Rodgers, where am I going? Devontae Adams changes that story a little bit. If I'm in Kansas City and I got Patrick Mahomes, where am I going? Like an offensive coordinator, you can go all you want. Long you don't step between the white lines. That quarterback does. I think there's some kind of mix and balancing that going on between Mike McDaniel, one thing, Jimmy G surgery, another thing. Trey Lance, not ready or is ready, another thing. And I just think it's just too much in jeopardy for him to risk it.
The other thing is, we go in so many places. Love this show.
Man, we got
comparison is the thief of joy. Because to your point, you just mentioned Mahomes, you mentioned Rodgers. Tyreek Hill just chunked the deuces at Mahomes to go get paid. Devontae Adams just chunked the deuces at Rodgers to go get paid. I think more now than ever, wide receivers, NFL players, athletes in general are realizing their window for money is small. It is incredibly small. And so they are trying to go get theirs while they can get theirs. Devontae Adams realizes, as good as we were in Green Bay, we might not ever win a Super Bowl with this roster. So let me control what I can control. What I can control, getting paid. Cooper Kupp sings a much different tone. Cooper Kupp, star receiver for the Rams. Yesterday, I heard some different quotes from him.
Me
He
too.
didn't care to be the highest paid wide receiver.
Coop. You tripping.
That part.
What's in your cup, Cooper?
Like that part. Cooper Kupp talking about he don't care to be the highest paid wide receiver in football. Now, maybe there's some sort of currency from winning the Super Bowl MVP that is invaluable and not replaceable monetarily. But as I look at it,
No.
Deebo's like Tyreek getting paid, Devontae getting paid, Diggs getting paid. And in Deebo's mind, he is better than all of them.
Yeah.
And I understand why he would say that in his mind.
Yeah.
You got to go get it.
Man, I wish I won a Super Bowl for this reason only. I ain't give a damn about winning no Super Bowl. It was out of my control. Shut up. I go in a game and have 2 sacks and destroy everybody, lose by 30. Then I go out there and do nothing. We win by 25. I'm like, what the hell is this? I am not controlling this to that degree. So I knew it was out of my control. But this moment right here is why I wish I had a Super Bowl championship, because then you couldn't tell me nothing right now. I've been telling people all along, man, all the Hall of Famers I played with, everybody I played with, dog, you got to get your money. At the end of the day, it's about the money and the memories. They selling all these cats this championship success, team success, and Super Bowl rings, and then them dudes in retirement are selling those rings at pawn shops. You want to know why? Because they ain't get their money. Now, everybody talking, no, it's about Super Bowls. Ask the Rams, is it about Super Bowls? Sean McVay, the week of the Super Bowl, talking about distraction. Oh, I might retire. Aaron Donald, the week of the Super Bowl, I might retire. Why were they saying that? To get paid. Aaron Donald was like, yeah, that was great, doing this after the game. You know what he also doing? Can I get more than this, $22 million that I'm getting right now? And they shouldn't be mutually exclusive. They shouldn't be like, I can't get paid Aaron Rodgers style and win a Super Bowl. But the same thing is right here. I'm looking at this guy saying, if you don't get paid right now, the chances of you getting more or doing better are, and this is no slight to your game.
No, he knows it.
It's just slim
he knows
to
it.
none.
Yeah, no disrespect. He knows it. I think you hit the nail. If Deebo didn't know exactly what Marcellus just said, that the chances of me duplicating this season are slim to none, he wouldn't be demanding a trade or demanding top dollar. Because if you knew you could duplicate the season a year later, you wouldn't want to get paid now.
Exactly.
I'll get paid later, and I'll get paid more. So I think Deebo knows exactly what we're saying. We just speaking for ourselves.